Good morning, wonderful people. Welcome to the program. This is Vice President Houston. I am presently good on this edition of the program. I am currently at Abiodun the Jago Street, and behind me you have the Vice stands, Vice President, celebration and the that we have all in the sport headlines. It's already Saturday in the city of Lagos, May 20th, 2023. Let's move on. I have an analyst here this morning. Our General Secretary is here. Let's move on. Have a Saturday song about this morning. Move on. These are all our let's go to our major night on the Saturday Vanguard this morning. Insecurity. 58,000 Buhari's 8 years. 63,000 Buhari's 8 years. Then you have to jama roasted meat. Not jama roasted bread. And bread is roast. Yeah, almost 10,000 Ghanaian. I got change with that dollar. Listen, but that dollar. Huh? That one I get proof here. You use snack meat. Start this. Yes, welcome back. Vice President Houston. We have one person watching, yes. One person watching. Let's begin with the program. Like I said, about the Saturday Vanguard this morning. With one person watching. Okay, this is not starting.
No, currently 51 person watching. It's too early now, even 51 to come. It's too early.
Yeah, so
going to be many.
I can hear my Mazi Rap's voice. It seems it's working now. Let's move on. Saturday Vanguard this morning. 63,111 killed in Buhari's 8 years. 63,000 over 63,000 killed in Buhari's 8 years. Wow. And also on the $800 million loan, the House of Reps says we won't allow Buhari's government spend this $800 million. We have above the masthead why INEC can't defend Tinubu's qualifications. That's an article why INEC can't defend Tinubu's qualification. We have seen the attitude, we have seen the disposition of the INEC on this petition. The lawyer, the counsel to Obi says that it seems INEC is posing itself as a candidate in the election. Obi cautions Papa's lawyer. Inmates crown Seun Kuti general overseer as he leads prayer sessions. That is in the prison. General overseer as he leads prayer session. Plateau killings, 57 giving mass burial, more than 100 killed in 2 days. Plateau killings, 57 giving mass burial, more than 100 killed in 2 days. Kano judge denies nullifying Otti's election. Kano judge denies nullifying Otti's election. And we have other reports this morning. Let's move on. No more need for Nigeria's president to seek medical treatment abroad. That's from Aisha Buhari. 21 billion naira health facility set up in Abuja. The Saturday Sun not resumes bid for Senate presidency. Put the speakership, deputy Senate president as second option. Speakership race, I won't step down, what it says. Let's look at other reports. May 29th, confusion over Alex Otti as court reportedly ordered sack, and judge denies issuing the order. Why it's important to remove fuel subsidized TB Praise Silver. Buhari has fulfilled his promise on Boko Haram. Bandits set up camp at Kenji National Park, kill 2. And on Kogi State, defamation again, court dismisses EFCC's appeal against Kogi suit. NDDC chairman MD fight dirty over fraud allegations. Let's have Masirab. Good morning, Masirab.
Yeah, my name is Ralph Tresvant. Good morning, Christian. And I want to tell you that Secretary General Enyendeba was first introduced, this morning to the members, our viewers. But it's not where to be found. What I mean is that you should have mentioned my name, Chigozie, and the rest of us. Anyway, I don't, vie for that position because already I know that Enyendeba is a position that Matthew has been, maintaining for over 2 weeks now. So, good morning, viewers. I would like to greet all of you. My man, Acho, I have not forgotten your name. Ola Supo is my man. Ola Shade Komoni. Miami America, Mama Nkechi, Mommy Nkechi, Chima. Then all of you guys there. Then this our guy, 2 Niger, 4 Niger. We've not been seeing you again. Aja Halema, I'm hailing all of you. So, people like Chief. Say Chief is from Delta. Yeah. Do you know Kwate? OJ Okwade. Chief OJ Okwade, we are greeting you. Then Dr. Charles, Oga Charles. I think you are coming to Nigeria very soon. I couldn't know what you told me. Anyway, I'm wishing you Johnny safety.
Safe journey.
Safe journey. Then Johnny Mercy too.
Johnny Mercy.
So, welcome and listen and stay tuned. Let us just give you vital information about this.
Let's talk about Alex Otti. Confusion over Alex Otti.
The confusion is that Alex Otti election was held in Imo State, Abia State. A court of competent jurisdiction, if I define it to you, you will think that maybe I read law at Enugu Law School. I think. Meaning of jurisdiction is geography. We call it plot in dictionary. Setting. Where a scenario was taking place. That's what we call it in literature. Jurisdiction, meaning setting, plotting, the place, landmass. Do you understand? Where that particular events took part at that particular time. This is just layman definition of, let me say, plot in literature, setting in literature, and the jurisdiction in legal term. So the election was conducted in Abia State, and this time around we learned that some persons went to Imo State to sack Alex Otti's Kano State, thank you, to nullify Alex Otti's election. So that's why it is so laughable. For me, it is more than hilarious that election conducted in Igbo land, someone just went to court there. And the judge, Alex Otti, in absentia, even Alex was not there. What a funny country Nigeria is. Let me tell you, that judge that presided over that court, I learned he was a sacked judge. If Nigeria could be a good country, that judge is supposed to be cooling his head in detention. They will make him general overseer of what? Criminals in the south.
No, it is Shehu Kuti.
Shehu is general overseer in the southwest now. The whole cell in the southwest. Shehu is the director general of all the guys detained over particular crimes or the other. Shehu is not a criminal. I faulted.
Shehu is not a criminal.
Shehu, yes, big
assaulting.
No. Okay, police in Nigeria, let me come to that. Because if I follow that one, it will take me some minutes. Shehu is not a criminal. Shehu is trying to tell police that their excesses is getting excess. Over excess. How could you, a policeman, Nigerian police, you don't know how to police Nigerian citizens. Their citizens are dying because police are not doing their job. Someone was set ablaze in Sokoto State. Deborah Samuel. We even spotted the person that set him ablaze with a stick of match. One stick of match on his hand. Jubilating that I did the job. I did the job myself. Till today, police has never brought him to book. Deborah Samuel is dead. Buried. The parents dislocated down to River State. They relocated from Niger State to where they feel
a pastor.
A pastor, I think one pastor like that, apostle, is taking care of their accommodation.
Give them a new house.
Give them new house. Give them new life. The man gave them new hope today. A man of God. What did Nigeria government do? What did they do? Nigeria government did not do anything. Nigeria police has never been able to come out with the major culprits of that lynching. Deborah Samuel today has become a story. If you know how often fellow human beings, fellow man could forget you if you die, you will find out that it is just a waste of time doing much to favor humanity, to favor fellow man. If you die now, in 2 weeks time, you are forgotten. The brother Samuel, a student, an innocent student, is forgotten. The brother is gone. Nobody is saying about him again. Yes, that is how awful, how quick human being could forget fellow man. If you know how you will be forgotten if you back out today, I'm not using the word death. That is when you know that you don't need to give you much time. You are time to man. You don't need to stress yourself much for man. It is good for you to have ample time with your God because it's your maker that is going to keep you in eternity. Let me tell you today, the brother Samuel is gone. They are talking about Sheku Kuti slapping policeman. That is a very small case. And that is to show you that Nigerian youths are tired of excesses of Nigerian police. Sheku, I'm not trying to exonerate him. He violated the law, but it's not a criminal offense. No, he did not steal.
Assaulting a police
yes.
is not a criminal
police has been violating and assaulting Nigerians.
Against the state.
Yeah, listen. The enemies of the state we know are the federal government agents. The agencies that are representing federal government are the enemies of the states. We are respecters of laws. Nigerians don't violate laws. Nigerians are very calm and good people. They have overconfidence on keeping the law. Don't mind you, I always use the word complacence and docility on them. These are people that are resilient, relaxing, enduring maintenance. If you go to dictionary, you find out that patience, endurance, complacency, docility, and many more of them. They are related. I don't know whether you understand. They are one word. See, we respect the law. We can sit down and endure what Americans cannot endure for 24 hours. We endure it. We contain it. We don't make trouble. Sheku Kuti is trying to tell them enough is enough. Yes, that's why you see that every Nigerian youth, anytime they read about what transpired between Sheku Kuti and the policemen, they are I think we are coming up of age. I think we are getting there. See, slapping policeman in Nigeria, if you ask me, I tell you, Christian, it's worth it. It's worth it. No, if he doesn't, Christian, let's see if he doesn't, police should go and fetch out the killer of Professor Chika Queen. Police should go and fetch out people that lynched that Malam, that Aboki in Abuja. Aboki was killed in Abuja, a Malam, like that. Just barely 48 hours after lynching of the Prophet Samuel. Who are the culprits today? It is because that lynching, that illegal killing was in favor of Islam. That's why they could no longer investigate further. That's why Atiku switched off his Twitter and disappear on the stage. Nobody sees Atiku again. He deleted everything in his Twitter, handle because he doesn't want to voice out in such a way that Muslims should go against him. See, let me tell you, Islam in Nigeria is a different thing. Nigerian police is a different thing. Nigerian government is a different thing from the outside world. What we are seeing outside the world, Buhari is ruling Nigeria and I don't know who the hell he is. Because this is not what I witnessed during Obasanjo's administration. Okay. Christian, before you read this caption to them, I want to tell Nigerians that over 63,000 people, 111 people were killed during Buhari's administration. Now, figure I call.
We still have some days. In Plateau State, the last days,
yes, I know. Let me tell you, I call this figure 63,111 people killed in Buhari during Buhari's 8-year administration. Let me tell you, everybody is seeing this figure. Nobody is not saying anything. Nobody is feeling it. You know why? The reason why nobody is feeling it is that when a young dog, English language for a young dog is called what? Puppy. When a young dog is dead, they carry the young dead corpse, Abi. They can bury it. When you see it, do you feel it? You don't feel it because it doesn't concern you. Out of this is 3 dead people. None of you, I pray. None of your relatives, I pray as well. I'm not trying to, jeopardize whoever you are and your relatives. But if, say, had it been somebody in your family is among, you would have felt it. But I want to tell you that I have friends. Sunday Omadi is among the names. Sunday Omadi, my brother, my childhood brother from my kinsmen, went to market in Meduguri. That very day he went to market. He's having 4 children. You know what? Bukaram attacked. The same age, the same year. He was my childhood friend. Omadi was killed Sunday. He died. The parents are mourning him now. So we are saying this because it doesn't concern anybody. See, this regime, as far as I'm concerned, this regime is going. We are tired of bloodletting regime. We are tired of blood-drunk regime. We are tired of a regime whereby court is nobody before executive. The judiciary is no longer functioning. People are dying in Nigeria. The so-called government of Buhari is turning what? Deaf ear. It doesn't concern him because his wife is not among them. It doesn't concern him, but when Yusuf Buhari had an accident. Aisha Buhari's wife was running what? Haystricker, helter-skelter, fire on the mountain because his child is involved. Many people lost their children. Many people lost their mom. Many people lost their fathers. Nobody is scared. But this time around, your son, Yusuf, riding a bike, 360 million. 6 of them, those bikes, BM. And on doing so, he was living extravagant lives, telling the whole world that he's very, very, financially large. He is Mr. President's son. On having accident with those bikes, the whole heaven get loose because Mr. President's son is injured. Nigerians, I want to abuse you again now. See, let me tell you, Yusuf Buhari, they took him to Germany, they made sure he did not die. But people's children are dying. Nobody cares at Tasurov. Nobody cares. Among the legislatives, they are legislating, making their law, They are every day passing unnecessary bills that are so awkward and cruel to Nigerian citizens. Let me tell you, this regime, Christian, many people lost their lives. It's a bloodletting regime. This regime, the blood of Nigerians are flowing, secreting, moving like streams. From streams to the river. From the river where it runs down this eroded slope that emptied into Atlantic Ocean. Many Nigerians, they lost their lives during this regime. I'm telling you.
Okay, we are looking at INEC defending Tinubu.
INEC defending Tinubu. Kule is here. Kule is saying that INEC is not defending Tinubu. That was the major argument I had this morning with Tumba. You see it? So let me tell you, INEC is one of the presidential candidates. Yes, we went to cast votes. We are having
INEC is the umpire.
No, the umpire INEC. See, we have under political platform PDP Atiku, Labour Party political platform Obi, Ndia political platform, party platform, INEC. INEC is like as if it's contested for election. I'm telling you, for presidential election. The role INEC is playing now is that you will find out that it's not Obi versus Tinubu again. It is Obi versus the umpire. The umpire is not playing neutral role. Yes. That's the party. Because INEC is fighting Obi. INEC is not playing neutral role anymore. INEC went to the court against Obi. INEC doesn't want Obi to appear in the court. It is INEC that is playing the role, answering to Tinubu. Yes. Every question lawyers, judges ask, INEC will raise up their hands, answer it. Where is Tinubu today? We have never seen Tinubu for the first time in the court. And the coolers still have the infantry to be saying all manner of nonsense here. He's now telling me that Tinubu is in France. And a case going against him is going on in Nigerian courts. Inauguration, Abi. Thank you so much. God will disgrace them. God will disgrace them. God is going to disgrace those people that are coming to inaugurate a man that did not win election. Are you listening to me? And that day, let me tell you.
Charles is coming. Prince Charles is coming.
Kule, come and tell us when Biden tell you that. How Biden told you that
Biden is coming. Charles is coming. This French guy, Macron is coming. All of them will be there in your own presence. Okay. So if you don't like, you now switch.
You have 1 minute though. Okay. It's not into your time. General Secretary, when is your time? You talk. Don't. Let's look at one more bandit setup camp at Kainji National Park.
Kainji Dam. That is where our turban, our the hydroelectric power, that supplies Nigerians, the power, lights, is the headquarters is Kainji Dam. It's constructed from River Niger. I think you understand. Niger is for Kainji Dam. Volta Dam is from River Volta. I think you understand. So this axis, that river basin, that area, bandit has dominated that particular part of north to the level of what? Forming their own camp. They have taken over that area. Nobody is controlled there. No police, no military. Nigerian police cannot do anything. Nigerian soldiers, all of them that have escaped, they have all escaped to military headquarters, Kaduna, defense headquarters, Kaduna. Yes, because the bandits we are talking about are from Arab world. That was the pact they had with the elites in the north. The bandits, the Boko Haram, it was an agreement, a sealed-up agreement between Arabs and their Fulani counterparts. Yes. The people from Yemen, the people from Iran, the people from Iraq, the people, all the Arab world, the whole Ishmaelites in the Middle East Europe, they formed an alliance with the northern Nigeria elites, the Muslims. Okay. These are people that are extremists, Islamic extremists. Okay. They had what consortium? They formed this consortium with the ally with the Arab to make sure that they succeeded on Islamic southern Nigeria. It started going on from 2015 to date. It's still on course. Let me tell you, do you know how many that were killed in Kano State, Plateau State? 2 days. 100 people were buried. 2 days, though. Who are those people? The victims in Plateau State. Are they the Kanuris? Are they the Nupes? You think they are even local houses? Those are the Kajet tribes, the Langtang, and many more. Many of them there. And they are largely 99.9990% Christians. The Islamization process is going on to date, and the southern Nigeria are not doing nothing. Tinubu has not seen this, that is going to swallow both southwest, south, and the rest of southern Nigeria. He is still, since parading himself as Nigerian president, a Muslim. His vice, a Muslim. Is that good? Does it all go well with our system? He said it does not. And I want to tell you that I have to pause here so that my colleagues will have ample time to add their own view.
Good morning.
This one you're laughing question this early morning.
Mr. Matthew wants us to give you a post in this.
No, you've shared the post among the political zones. So just leave me with Chigozie Ndibo.
Okay, let's talk about Alex Otti confusion over Alex Otti's expulsion.
It is very funny to have had that, and that have made rounds. And well, it is sometimes people who preside as judges should be subjected to a certain whether Mahawande Ngoroihi. You know, when you get there and begin to, instead of focusing on your own jurisdiction, jurisprudence, the thing can make you, in fact, you can ask Kunle, he might be in a better position to tell you the functions of those so that possibly could be the reason why. But the man, when the young maybe evaporated, so he came to tell the public that no, he didn't. He was only just interested in the Kano. He never mentioned this man.
But the document indicated
it was a typographical error by the clerk of Onyengonoihe. So you don't have to blame me. It's the person that typed it that made the mistake. And as such, that shouldn't stand. I think it's a mistake, and nobody is above mistake.
Over the past years, the judicial system has been brought to ridicule because of some of the action of these judges.
Because they deserve it, and there is nothing different. that is the integrity or the morality of the persons you have selected to be your leaders, and the process that brought them there uh, should be questionable. You know, when Onyengonoye becomes your judges, so what do you think that will happen? So it is not a surprise. It's not a surprise.
Just like
so,
the senior advocate of Nigeria that wanted to represent Apapa at the court, he was told that you should know better. That is a sign of that repute.
if I were to advise the Nigerian Bar Association, I think they should have stripped him of such. It's an insult on the intelligence and the body itself. So you can't watch such things. That sound becomes another thing. You see, it has become something frying akara on the streets of Lagos. You buy akara with papers. That is the worth of. They have been reduced to such extent.
I don't even try eating this morning as their own gen.
Listen, give me when know you like this. So you know.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Okay. Let's move on.
Know you now. Also, I'm going to
Yeah, let's look at the son. The son that represented Papa. He was told that you should know better.
He's as good as a papa. You see that a papa? Well, he has made rounds. He has made name, but in a negative light, and it's unfortunate. That is what an average elderly people in Nigeria represent, especially when it comes to politics. They are ready to play dirty, and they are not setting a good president for the young ones. How can you see black and you are calling it white? Huh? Imagine that, son. You walk into a court procession that have commenced since 8th of May, and you walk in without any being invited, authorized to do so. You stood up. You want to show your foolishness and stupidity to the world, that you are truly stupid. That for conferring you what did you call it?
Sonship.
The sonship is an error committed by the Nigerian state. That it should be scolded by the presiding judge. It's a shame. They should have stripped him of that to serve as a deterrent. You see, and send him back to undergraduate law school. You see, so that he can learn. Because I don't see what the son, the value of the son, because it's a disgrace to the such association, Nigerian. What do you call it again? SAN,
Body of venture.
Senior Advocate of Nigerians. You see, it's an insult and an embarrassment to such people. And the more you allow such people to get away with such rascality and recklessness, the more you deepen and widen the already rotten system.
Yes, let's look at in Buhari's tenure, over 63,000 people were killed in 8 years.
That is absolutely wrong. Buhari has fulfilled his mandate to the people and his promise that baboon and monkey will be soaked in blood. And this is a dream come true, a promise well kept. And it's unfortunate that up to this time, that the indigenes of Plateau State, where former military head of state hailed from, I think there are two former military head of state, Danjuma and Gowon, has been turned to a killing field. As of yesterday, it was recorded about 150 people. Dead bodies were recovered. And Nigeria is not at war. So what is actually happening? Genocide, ethnic cleansing. We are told that over 70 communities have been overrun by Fulani militias. And yet, they are nowhere to be found. They are the instruments of the state have not apprehended any one of them. They strike with the best sophisticated weaponry, armory, to dislodge the entire community. And you say you have a state, you have a governor who presides as the chief security. You have Buhari who claimed to be the chief security, the grand commander of the armed robbers, everything armed forces, of the armed forces, including those who were killing the indigenes of Plateau State. So Buhari is responsible for these killings because he's the grand commander of the armed forces. So those who came to kill the indigenes of Plateau State were armed. These are forces that were armed. Then if Buhari say he is not aware of them, then where were he and his own commanders or troops when the people overrun them and start killing people? It's not the first time, it's not the second time. Within these 9 or 10 days, it might not be the last time. So Buhari should be held responsible based on the provision of the law. He should be held responsible or be summoned to international criminal courts to account for the loss of life and the destruction of unwanted destruction of life and property of the indigenes, not just of Plateau State. The same thing happens in Kaduna State. The same thing happened in Imo State, my own state. Anambra State is not left. Abia State is not left. Benue State, in fact, has become the next national burial ground. Huh? So he should be held responsible because he has all the security apparatus of the state at his disposal. Most of the indigenes said they were calling the military to come to their rescue. And the military, unfortunately, and a holiday was declared to them. They are drinking cocoa and Fura de Nono. And for those who can't drink Fura de Nono, are eating akara and the bread. And some are busy. Now, not in their own department. Now, why the citizens are lamenting, are crying, nobody is coming, is concerned about their plight. They are dying, including children, including women, youths being slaughtered in such despicable and gruesome manner within the state that called itself a sovereign state that has all the security apparatus. Yet people are being killed for good 4-5 days. They are overrunning the entire region.
57 mass burial. 57 mass burial.
TVC said more than 150.
Killed within 2 days.
Is it?
Helpless women and children.
I saw people crying, wailing in this country. And you're talking of inauguration of the next government, who claim he will step into the shoe. Now, Onyemazi also Gabon Lagos, because if casino is not safe, where the government, the Buhari has from, the only place that is safe is Niger Republic, where he has built an Eldorado for himself and refinery. So, but those in the north, I don't know why even Gowon is not talking. Gowon, he said that State is in the soul level. Is indivisible. Gowon is not speaking. Why his own people are being butchered on daily basis? Where are they? Where are Tajumas? Nobody is talking. What did they do to deserve such cruel and inhuman killings? No, what did they do? Did they commit any crime against the state? Why is it that non-state actors overruns the Nigerian security architecture, kill their own supposed citizens, and get away with that? Why is it, Christian? Why is it? You are a journalist. I expected you to have visited those scenes so that you will go and tell us a direct, a first-hand information of what is happening.
It's noted.
It's noted. You are here now. Nobody wants to die.
Okay, lastly, let's talk about no more need for Nigeria's president to seek medical treatment abroad. Aisha Buhari.
No.
No need for Nigeria's president to seek. No more need for Nigeria's president to seek medical treatment abroad.
Why?
A new medical facility has been set up.
You want to shut the door now because she's leaving. She has become more robust. Well, I wouldn't blame her because when you are stricken by poverty and you have opportunity of becoming the first lady, you will look good. Even though the money and the travels allowances is enough to take you for the rest of your life. So for her to say no more travel vacations could be an insult to the president-elect or whoever might possibly assume office. Somebody who has already booked beds and the hospitals in France and UK, you are telling him that no more. It's an insult. The person will be looking at you as if you are okay because you are becoming more jealous of what you enjoy, the privileges that we are at your disposal, beck and call. It's as a first lady, you left your husband for what that may be their primary, of course, their family arrangement. For about 3 years, you are cruising in Dubai and all that, telling us that because of this mushroom center clinic, you want the president-elect and the senators to go there. Huh? Why they will travel abroad and they have allowance, travel allowance, health allowance that will be inflated, and they have opportunity to launder some money. I don't mean Nigerian dollars, currency, overseas, and you tell them not to stay here. Why? If truly you are sincere and honest, you meant well for Nigerians, why wouldn't you have initiated such projects at the first or second year in office?
It is 21 billion naira facility at the presidential wing, the medical facility at the presidential wing of Aso.
How much did his husband spend in his more than 150 days medical vacation? Only for parking his private jet in UK. How much in a day? How much did he spend? And they are telling us is a project is 121,000, 21 billion. How much did his husband spend in packing the private jet Nigeria is paying
his
for?
Husband or the president?
It's his husband now. That one not concern me. Now his husband. Huh? After 10 days now, you know, go be president. Now his husband. So it's a matter of his husband. It is not a matter of Nigerian president now. Because the president-elect cannot wait to be flown from France on that 29 so that they will swear him in and smuggle him. And Niyi will start Owoda. That is what he's targeting. He have told us that all these people in this land, it will double their taxes. At the expense of who?
Thank you very much.
At the expense of the Igbo traders. So Niyi, you are already, of course, he should be at the I'm a US visa band list or what?
He's
Or, or,
right
or,
here now.
or bandits.
I have Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, he doesn't. You don't need any other introduction.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You don't need
But
any
I
introduction.
can understand that. I can understand that Christian is the chairman of Yendeba.
You don't
And
need introduction.
David is one that cares to
You are becoming
popularize.
popular.
No, you
You are
are the
becoming
chairman
popular.
of Yendeba.
You are becoming
Then
popular.
Mr. Alok is the coordinator.
I'll ask him a question now, and you know why he is called the general secretary.
You are the chairman
Let
of
me ask you a question.
Yendeba.
Let's move on. May 29, there's confusion over Alex Otti's candidature.
You are the one creating the confusion. Because there is no confusion. You are creating confusion where none exists. The man who gave the judgment had already come out to clarify that the judgment do not affect Otti and Abia
Look at
State.
the Vanguard.
It's not about look at.
Okay.
I don't run with headline. I take my time to go through the detail of any news
Okay,
I
what's the
read.
detail?
The judge have come out to clarify that the judgment do not affect Labour Party in Abia State and Alex Otti. So I don't know where you see confusion. I say you want to introduce
I
confusion.
had to show you a document. I showed
That
you
document,
Okay.
that document is not the issue. The issue is before now, all the social media platform was awash with Alex Otti. His election had been invalidated. Before the judge came out to say no, that the judgment does not involve Alex Otti and Labour Party in Abia State. That particularly
Where
is
is Kunle?
restricted
Kunle will
to.
disagree with you. Where is Kunle?
It's not about disagreeing. It's about statement of facts, something that can be verified. He said his judgment is only restricted to Kano State Labour Party.
Okay, let's move on. Why INEC can't defend Tinubu's qualifications? That is the article.
You know, this is a litigation. You have your liberty to argue your case. But I don't think it's in the position of INEC to defend Tinubu in terms of his eligibility to contest with regard to his certificate. Of course, if you are asked to defend yourself in that regard, I think it behoves on him as a person to defend himself. So I don't think it behoves of INEC or it falls under the purview of INEC to start defending him on the issue of certificates.
Okay, let's move on. We have plateau killings. 57 given mass burial, more than 100 killed in 2 days.
It's quite unfortunate that under Muhammadu Buhari, we have witnessed series of Fulani genocidal invasion of communities. Yes. There are so many genocidal invasion of communities by Fulani herdsmen. Don't forget that even the current governor of Benue State, there was an attempt to kill him. And the group that came out to claim responsibility, it goes by the name of Fulani Nationality Movement. So we are seeing series of Fulani invading so many time areas where Fulani invaded communities. And the issue is, I think they see Muhammadu Buhari as one of their own. And they now, yes, I think they see Buhari as one of their own. And they now have that impunity, now give them that effrontery. Because don't forget that even some persons in authority, like the governor of Benue State, have accused even Mr. President, the office of Mr. President, the army, that the Fulani, that the military authority have a mandate not to investigate most of those high-profile killings in numbers in Benue and some other places. So, except Mr. President wants us to believe otherwise, he should address the situation. But unfortunately, he have few days to be in the saddle. So I don't think he have what it takes to time and what it takes to address it.
Yeah, Peter Obi to US, allow court decide winner of presidential election.
I think that is premised on the purported call between the Secretary of State and the President-elect, Blinken. But what I said the other day, I still maintain it, that as long as Blinken or the office of Blinken, the Secretary of State, is not coming out to refute the statement that came from Mr. President, that is the President-elect's media handlers, then I think the conversation as claimed by the media team of
Switch over.
Ahmed Tinubu may be correct.
Wilfred, oh.
But again, I think it is important that we allow the court to run all through the circle of the litigation. And I think it behoves on every stakeholder to remain focused and allow the rule of law to prevail. There's no point hitting on the policy. There's no point using state authority, state power to muzzle any party. Let us see how the court will dispense the case.
Okay, let's play. King Joe Ogba says chairman of Inyendieba is around. Christian, please say hello to him.
Nobody know you as the chairman of
say hello to you.
You are the one reading what I did. Nobody saw it. He just concocting it. He's not reading anything from anywhere.
Okay.
He's lying. He's not reading anything from anywhere.
Look at.
I am focused.
You can read now.
I'm focused.
You can read. I'm lying.
That is distraction now. No, that is distraction. I'm focused on this.
No more need for Nigeria's president to seek medical treatment abroad. Aisha Buhari, your 1 billion naira facility at the presidential wing.
Is Aisha Buhari the one that managed Nigerian economy or Nigerian trade? I'm surprised to see that coming from her. But the truth is, Nigeria as a state has fundamental problem.
Fundamental.
Yes, it's fundamental because you cannot be spending billions of naira to fix Asura clinic.
21 billion.
To fix Asura clinic, and the president and everybody that is supposed to benefit from that clinic will still go on medical trip outside the country, spend billions of naira, trillions of naira. I think when they did the last appraisal, within the period of 6 years or so, the money spent on medical tourism by Nigerian political office holders runs into trillion of naira. So that is quite bad. And I think it's fundamental that we address the root cause. Because to address the root cause is to ensure that you bring, and funny enough, if they go there, most of the doctors that attend, some of the doctors that attend to them are Nigerians. They come from this country. So what stops you from bringing the facility that you have there to this place and make this facility here to work? So I think it's an issue that the government need to look into.
Okay, lastly, I noticed one thing at the court. I don't know where I noticed it. The son that was to defend Apapa stood up and he was told that to sit down or take his leave, that he knew better. What do you understand by that?
I can understand that the court refused to allow any of the councils to represent Labour Party as a stance. Hence, it has not been clear who is qualified or who is the actual representative of the party in terms of the litigation. So, but again, I think it's becoming very clear that is it Papa Oshodi Abiagege? What is his real name?
Papa Lamidi.
Okay, Papa Lamidi. Okay, that he's being used to disrupt or to destroy Labour Party. Because if actually he claimed to be a member of Labour Party all this while, even before this current the last election, why should you be allowed? Why should you offer yourself to be used to derail, to disrupt, or to stop the litigation of a presidential candidate? It's quite unfortunate that we can see that level of sabotage, sellout from a man who should be in the last stage of his life.
Okay, thank you very much.
The chairman of Iyeneba.
General Secretary.
You are the chairman of Iyeneba.
General Secretary.
You are the land in the manger.
Forestry.
What's happening? Yeah, good morning. Oluwa of Ogba.
Anyway, I'm the bona fide, the real citizen of the federal government. The government is not on our own. But now we are trying to let them to recoup the reality. Recoup the reality before Buhari going home to Daura, to Zaria, to Nigeria Republic. All those Buhari, they have underground home to live. They are criminals.
You said when they catch Chigozie at Ikeja, what do you mean?
They will do Chigozie because he tried to tackle the inauguration of Tinubu. Because Ikeja, Tinubu was getting Ikeja. Me, am I lying? Okay, you don't even know what happened. What Chigozie was trying to emphasize here. He tried to demote the lion of the Bodilon, the lion, the demon, the Sinon demon. Soldier food there. I don't know if Lagos say soldier went there now. Police say never be president. Say no be small thing. No, be president just there. Each they go far away. Once look at and the occupants of their territory there.
Okay, let's look at Kano judge denies nullifying
Kanu.
Abia State.
They will kill that. See that judge will be executed. Me no let the indigenous of Abia State hear that language though. So we know the fight, the battle will happen before they give her that mandate. Now one can call. I mean, you don't go drink something. Me no let you run something. Me no go execute a family.
Abia to Kano, nothing will happen now.
They go take some because any language there can bring problem on that side. You understand? The opposition will now wake up and say, okay, now we don't talk on. We don't bring any confusion because Abia State is now a peaceful home because the real man has come to there. So we don't bring any story that will underline that peace. You understand what I'm saying? The judge should keep his mouth shut.
The judge.
Shut up your mouth. The deed has been done there. The peace is reigning in Abia State. So don't bring language that will bring negativity. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Inmates crown Seun Kuti, General Overseer.
He's a senior general overseer. They have been waiting for him. You go give police that we don't say he be general overseer. Double promotion. From there, they give him all around the whole prison. Because they pray me the rescue in time before they go to give him double crown. Because they happy. Because now they lead people for prayer now. They start regretting the action. Because the action was too far. No matter what the police they do, we don't say police for call, but why are you going to give police boza? Ah. If the police say they don't work for one day for Nigeria, mafia will take over the street too. Me and you pass through. If you say the police say okay 2 days, they first. NSAS. Did you know me of NSAS? NSAS, there was a spiritual harassment development. Yes, now there is no any spiritual harassment anymore. They are now free. They will not slap them anyhow.
This is your grammar, it's too big.
I will never buy that shame with there.
Spiritual harassment.
Development, and they give them, when your NSAS came, the whole spirit in the whole land of Nigeria give them arrested development. They were cut off one side, both the soldier, both the army, everybody for inside had bang, 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 bang. There was a language that they freedom for the youth to do your heart's desire. But now, it's changed.
Okay, 63,111 killed in Buhari's 8 years.
63,000. Buhari himself is a killer. Because when you see Buhari appearance, you don't say he's a killer. Because Buhari, if you like kill the whole Lagos, Buhari say security will take over the matter. How long? We thank God say if they go next tomorrow, I mean there's a very fine level because the matter bad. Next tomorrow is just like
no, it's a innuendo.
That one a figure of the Alpha Tyra. You can't just call it. You go give and you didn't know. If they go all in long, you don't pack half because in days don't conclude. Because now let us have a feeling of relief. Buhari is either you go to Daura or you escape to Niger Republic. According to your statement, but leave us alone because we have tired of Buhari. Nigeria are tired of Buhari.
But you voted for Buhari.
I voted for Buhari and I regretted the language of voting to a lion. I pay 100 naira. Could you imagine? Buhari support organization because the language they brought say change. And now the change all Nigeria stomach, all now hungry. All fast stomach now, zero stomach. Could you imagine? I pay 100 naira BSO, Buhari Support Organization. Because the speech there, according to the Tinubu and Co., you will go and borrow that 100 naira pay. Because it was the mastermind of that coup.
What? Give them the language.
The language now we are in a freedom home now. Let Tinubu change the ideology. Don't let him bring the language of Buhari anymore because that language is zero. That renew hope. Let us see the real renew hope because Nigeria is waiting for a hope changing. Judiciary change. Don't that one will say a court will say one, the other one will say two. Let there be genuinity and let Nigeria live according to Nigeria desire. We have food, we have money, we have everything. We are suffering. The suffering is out of the motherfucking situation hand. Please apply with the Nigeria way.
What about Atiku and Obi and others?
All those one, let them go home and rest and think about tomorrow. They see another wave of tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? Let them go and think on another strategy. But Atiku is going forever. Obi have a big chance of tomorrow. Big future. But Atiku go and rest in the forest of Adamawa or Taruki or what do they call you? Obi is a mafia. Obi is a Nigerian citizen. Obi shake Nigeria. He shake the empire of the politics of Nigeria. He shake the Jagaba. And the Jagaba fear. Obi shake his stomach shake. Now Obi, I give you the kudos for that. But let peace reign, relax. Let us talk about Jagaba in and let us see the future of our people.
Okay, thank you very much.
You are blessed.
I have it. I have it. He's a forest man.
In fact, you need to be in the spirit for you to understand the spiritual languages of Oluwawan, not the smart thing.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good submission.
Let's start with what happened from Kano to Abia. The court gave a ruling disqualifying Alex Otti.
Well, I've read what transpired. I mean, just, the normal shenanigans we have. When I read the news, I wasn't happy because I want Abia to experience what we call good governance. All right? I want them to enjoy good governance. You get my point? So I was so sad for that. But, I think about 3 or 4 hours later, I heard that the lawyer wasn't referring to Alex Otti. So I'm happy again.
Because
all right.
the document did not
I'm happy again that Alex Otti will be sworn in, and whatever the judge was trying to do was just mere shenanigans.
Okay. Let's move on. What transpired at the court yesterday? What are the things you picked from what transpired at the court yesterday?
Yeah, where PDP lawyers were accusing the INEC, right?
Yeah.
Listen, PDP, they petitioned INEC.
Yeah. Part of that petition.
They petitioned INEC. They asked INEC to come and defend whatever activity that transpired on February 25. And if INEC is doing everything possible from his own side to defend his own pronouncement, I don't see any reason why PDP should be here and there. They are just trying to blackmail INEC. All right? These PDP are very good at blackmail. All right? If you recall, when they said that the PDP are behind the cash crunch, etc., etc. Now, you cannot zero the possibility. You cannot zero out that possibility. All right? You shouldn't have petitioned INEC if you never wanted INEC to say a word about this election. You petitioned them. All right? You said they should televise. Everything that happens in this ruling, as far as it's concerned, INEC has a say. Okay? So you cannot be selective. You shouldn't want INEC to be selective in their response. It's impossible. They don't want the process or the proceedings to be televised. Likewise, Tinubu. And then you said they are being what? Biased. How come? Then you shouldn't have even petitioned them right from start. Look at Obi. Obi did not petition PDP. I can't even recall if PDP petitioned Labour Party. I can't recall. He did not petition PDP. Is he trying to say that PDP did not rig him out in Bayelsa? Is he trying to tell me that PDP did not rig him out in Adamawa, in Nasarawa, in Connaught?
When you petition PDP, to what end now?
What do you mean to? Okay, listen. If he petitions Tinubu, he came third, for crying out loud. He petitioned Tinubu, are they going to hand it over to him? What is the logic in that? If eventually he wins the court case, are they going
to... There's a rerun. What is the rerun?
Where is the money to even go for a run? Where is the money to even go for a run? Listen, anything you do, you must actually look at the economics. You're not a fool. Ask yourself the question: Nigeria is bleeding. You think there will actually be a run? If PDP doesn't want INEC to actually say a word, they shouldn't have petitioned them at all. So that's the answer to that question.
Okay, let's move on. We have 63,111 killed in Buhari's 8 years.
63,100, and let me shock you. I think that is a better score ahead of Biden. Biden in the last 3 months has had over 3,000 people dead. From January to this day, in US we have had about 19,000 just in 6 months. This is still in 8 years, right? I am not in any way trying to exonerate or
The
encourage.
circumstances surrounding those killings.
I am not trying to exonerate Buhari, whatever. But we must come to the reality that tackling insecurity, especially when it comes to insecurity that is backed by an ideology, it's quite very, very difficult. There is insecurity in US now. And the major reason why we are having insecurity in US is soft are because of this LGBT, this sexual identification, this gender identification.
And the 24th Amendment.
Then this thing that they said that they want to collect the guns from the streets. All right? I am not in any way exonerating Buhari. All right? But Nigeria is not the hell on earth. That's not the truth. Nigeria is not what? Hell on earth. 8 years ago, we had jihadist flags in so many local governments in the northeast. Today, we don't have any.
There's a report I saw, but we'll get to that.
You get the point.
In Plateau State, 57 giving mass burial, more than 100 killed in 2 days.
Are you going to leave the state government and blame Buhari for that? I don't get it. Why are we always fixated on Buhari? The same thing wanted to happen in Rivers State. What did we do? The same thing wanted to happen in Oyo State. Yeah. What did Seyi Makinde do? The question is, what did the governor, what steps did he take? What security measures are on ground? Every state has the liberty to have what we call state security.
Even
they have state security. The only question is, does state security cannot access AK-47, but they can still access pump action, and they can still use so many other diabolical means they want to use. Or you want to take away that fact that there's what we call juju. They can use juju. They can use so many other things. They can use African, ammunitions. There's 8 pump actions. There are CCTVs. There are intelligence. I mean, there are so many things that they can use to secure their boundaries. The point is, the person who is involved, Elalong, who is the state governor of Plateau State, is a Christian. They are killing Christians as of today. Do you understand? Why has he not undertaken? Where is the loophole? Where are these guys coming from? There's a place these guys, they come through and they follow to exit. Why has he not studied that place and then have intense security around that place? Buhari will not do everything. It's impossible. RRS. We not really we should have a Montego Lagos State. But Lagos State exempted itself, okay, but they empowered the Lagos police, and that's why we have the RRS. The neighborhood watch, they don't even have guns. Amotekun have guns. Amotekun are recognized armed forces unit. Do you get the point? They have that right to shoot. Neighborhood, they don't have guns. They cannot shoot criminals. They can't even settle a fight. They can't. Neighborhood, they cannot settle when they see fisticuffs. They can't settle it. They'll run because they don't have access to gun. You get the point. So that Plateau State governor, as a matter of fact, okay, is the number one that should be harassed and should be what held accountable for allowing such killings. Look at Zulum. Look at what Zulum is doing in Maiduguri. Look at what Zulum is doing in Maiduguri. When last did you hear something going so wrong in Maiduguri? The only thing you hear now is at the outskirts, which is just very close to Chad. And you have that's where we know that they have serious insurgencies. And in that place, there's nobody even living in that area anymore. Now everybody that place is deserted. They only have the soldiers to contend with there.
Okay, let's move on. Lastly, no more need for Nigeria's president to seek medical treatment abroad. There's a $21 billion facility at the presidential.
That's I think that's Aisha Buhari's statement, right? Well, that's a good news. That's a good news, but unfortunately, his commission is at the twilight of his tenure. I don't know why our governors, why they do things like this. This is a facility that you should have commissioned something like last year. Let us see you use it. Let us see you use it so that we can believe.
So
that we can believe in that facility being effective. They inaugurated it not yesterday. Buhari is leaving in the next 8 days. Is it going to just fall sick to? We need him to use it. Okay, they have commissioned it. Let us see him using that facility. You get the point? It's a good one. Fine. Okay, and the person that is coming on board now is Tinubu. So we need to see Tinubu use that facility. Anything Nigeria.
I disagree with you. The person that's coming on board.
Is there anything that will stop Tinubu's inauguration?
I'm committed. That I wanted to.
I need you to answer me. Do you think there's anything that will stop his inauguration?
He said nothing.
And he's an Obi fan.
No, he's a PDP.
He's an Obi fan.
I know him as.
No. Realistically, nothing will stop Tinubu's inauguration. The court case is still ongoing. Let me tell you something. Even if they swear in Tinubu, okay, if that court case goes against Tinubu, at that instance, the loyalty of the armies will shift immediately from Tinubu to shift to that. It will shift to that court of appeal judgment immediately. So if you try to do rubbish, they'll go and pick him up. They will go and pick him up. Or the military will take over. Either of that two. They will get a secret on this case. You get the point? So everybody should play his card well. Now that the court is in session, everybody should do what? Play his card well. This thing is a matter of war. If you don't look at politics like it is war, this politics now war. And in war, sometimes they tell you that there's no fairness in war. Everybody will do everything possible. You must be 3-4 steps ahead of your opponent. Everybody, the claim is Tinubu bought over INEC, right? That's the claim. Now, you, the opposition now, you must be ahead of that Tinubu and the judiciary in every way so that you can beat him. Because politics in Nigeria, whether you like it or not, is war. And that's the truth.
Okay.
You get the point?
Okay. Thank you very much. With that, we have come to the end of the program. This morning is a rainy Saturday in the city of Lagos. I'm Christian Chiku. Please click on the like button and also subscribe to Flip if you have not done so. Till Monday for another exciting edition of the program. Bystanders at the newsstands. I'm Christian Chiku. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. God bless you. God bless you. Bye for now.